Hi guys, I do apologize. Basically my alarm clock didn't go, and I thought I had half an hour before the show because I've been absolutely knackered. Uh, and Yeah, my alarm clock didn't go. Warren, I've just uh, sent it over via Twitter, my friend. The guests are coming on. Welcome a football brownie anyway. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading love during this pandemic. And boy, what a day! Oh Jesus, sorry guys. Boy, what a day! What an absolute day! It's been a long time since I've been gobsmacked with football, and I really was. I didn't know what. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to do earlier on. Me and Nathan, for those who know, me and Nathan were doing the watch along earlier on, um, and I didn't know what to do. So I just wanted to, I suppose, I thought I may have been doing a discredit if I stopped the show, not knowing what the hell what the hell was happening. Because all of a sudden BBC stopped the show. Sky was more concentrated on, or Sky News were concentrating on the G7 or whatever you want to call it. And I just thought I'd keep it going, and with the help of Nathan as well. With the help of Nathan, just kind of like see where it goes, really. Um, and it was like a whirlwind. It really was like a whirlwind. No one knew what was happening, what we were doing, what we should do. I didn't know what photos or anything I should show. Mentally, I think it really took a toll on me. I'll be honest with you. Um, but we got through it with the help of everybody in the chat, everybody watching, and Nathan. Fair play to the young guy. Nathan done helped me out just by being by my side, I suppose. Um, it could have been a lot worse. Today could have been a hell of a lot worse. And I think you know, I think we look back at the end of the tournament when they given the medals. I think within the line of people who are going up to get the winners medal, well, no doubt should be the medical staff today. Absolute, no doubt about that. I do listen, guys. I do apologise once again. I was oh, I just knocked myself out really. Knackered, absolutely knackered. Right, let's go through the comments there. Hope you're well anyway, man.
Good health.
One saying yeah, well, I have done it via Twitter, my friend. So yeah, should have a couple more joining us as well, Steve. Guys, one link, yeah. Jamie says, "How you doing, man?" Yeah, I'm good. I'm just really tired, really tired, really tired. Leslie, hi, my friend. Leslie said, "Been interesting game Wednesday, Brownie." Is that next time Wales are playing Wednesday? I don't know. Is that what you mean, Leslie? Sorry, mate. I'm really doing everything on a hop at the moment. Is that what you mean, Leslie? Box, what a day! It really is a crazy day. Sad day for football. It could have been a lot worse. Let's be honest. It could have been a lot worse. Mike is in the house. Hi, Mike. Hope you're well. Where's Cox? You fuck knows, man. You know it. He's God knows where he is. Yeah, medical went absolutely great. Right, Steve. We wait for the others to join, but hope you're well and yeah, your thoughts. I think we can't not start with the main issue of the day, which obviously is uh, Christian Eriksen.
Yeah. It's fine, mate. It's not good to see any sport, is it? Somebody going down. Sorry, I think I might be going down myself in a minute. But it's no. It's not good to see anybody go over like that. First time he's ever had before, obviously. And I remember when Vivian Foe, remember that the Cameroon?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you got to remember is, let's not make a. And I think that well, they do it, don't they? Sky Sports. I think they're jealous because he didn't have any footage. But if you're watching on there, they make such a meal of it all, right? And you know, at the end of the day, if we look at the harsh facts and the harsh reality of the facts, people have heart attacks, and I think you find it was a heart attack from what the physio said and about his pulse dropping and all the rest of it, and so we had to whack the old CPR on. But all in all, and it's not knowledge for anybody, is it? But it's horrible when you do see it happen. Like I saw it happen in New York outside the hotel. Woman went. The medical team, fantastic, aren't they? But yeah. But let's not, people making a bit too much of it now in the media. I don't mean the fans. I mean the media just keep going on and on and on about it. It's happened. Yeah, it was a bad football, obviously, but it happens in motorsport twice, 3 times a season, and far worse. So.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're getting from. I get the point you're getting from. I say it could have been a hell of a lot worse, but looking back now, we should actually be
rejoicing.
We should be rejoicing actually of how good our medical staff are, the sports medical staff, rather than what could have been.
Brownie,
as I said earlier on, when the winners' medals, when the winning players go up for the winning medals, on at back of that queue or the front of that queue, maybe should be the medical team today, because they look at when you look back at the whole tournament, they will be just as much winners than any player within the tournament. And
I totally agree. If you think back, there's something that's only 20 years ago that you'd have had a bucket and a sponge, mate.
Yeah.
The old physio, you had a physio and a bucket and a sponge and a spray of Ralgex. And that was what the medical care was. Only how many years?
Yeah. Right.
It's excellent. And I think sport in general has had to learn from these instances. Obviously, there was Vivian Foe. There was the Tottenham lad, wasn't it?
Mwamba.
Yeah.
But I think I do.
No, he didn't die, did he?
Hang on. Warren, I did send via Twitter, my friend. Ryan told me to send it via Twitter, and I've done that. I'll do it again now, mate. Sorry, mate. 1 second. It's me. It's completely my fault. I basically collapsed. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that, given the bloody. But honestly, I'm so tired.
Not sure. We had done a lot.
Boxer, check Teode passed away when he played in China. Teode, yeah. It does happen. We should be rejoicing really regarding regarding how good the medical staff are within the sport. I'd say yesteryear could have been a hell of a lot worse. But I do think what do you think they should have played it? Do you think they should have played the remaining tomorrow?
Oh, no, they were given a choice, mate. The players were given a choice. You can either play it tomorrow.
Were they really?
Yeah. They knew he was fine. Everyone had said from his hospital bed. I don't think you're fine. It was estimating here, mate, from my knowledge of my limited medical knowledge, shall we say. But I don't think you're fine, right? It's gonna be a massive heart attack. Right? He's had a heart attack. Clearly he's had a heart attack. Right? Like I suffer with a bad heart myself, and I've got a dodgy heart valve. I have to have tests and whatever, so I know a bit about it. But I think he's had a minor heart attack, mate. Right? Which you do. Your pulse will drop. They've got the CPR on, and they brought him around quite quickly, mate. And people have minor heart attacks in Tesco's, at the bus stop, wherever, every day of the week. Right? Now, the point is, one is day, more shocking because day. Two is fitness levels, and you think if there was a medical problem with the heart, yeah, it'd be detected in one of his medicals. Yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised to see him play again, mate, to be honest. It depends what it turns out to be.
No, hey, no. Nah, no insurance company, you know yourself in football, Steve, no insurance company would do that.
It would all depend on what caused the heart attack. It was a blood clot, man.
I'm gonna go sit down. Go on, son. Oh.
If that was blood blocking it, that could never happen again. That would simply be treated by blood thinning tablets and stuff. So I think the media are milking it a bit. It was a shock for the fans and watchers of football who've never seen it happen because he just went head over ass, didn't he? He just dropped. But that's what happens. And like you say, they had the medical people. That was the main thing, and that's what's impressed me. We've also now at last it's taking instances for safety, whether it's boxing. Boxing used to be just as bad, didn't it? With brain hemorrhage, no medical, nothing on site. Yeah, but when you think matches going on and you've got that medical staff at every game, it's quite admirable, really, especially when you.
No. I mean, what the BBC have been taken to task by many people, me included. I'll be honest with you, me included. Especially I did, people say I could have knocked it off, I suppose, but you don't know what the hell is happening. There's a delay between the production staff, the production room, and someone's front room or someone's living room. There's a delay. It may be a few seconds delay.
Everybody has the right, mate. Everybody has the right to press the off button.
No. But the production staff would have seen what was being beamed into my living room and your living room seconds before we would have had the opportunity. Right?
I didn't. To be honest, I was out walking the dog when it happened, mate. To be honest, I didn't even see it.
Okay.
Didn't see it on the telly. I've seen the highlights, and that's all I've seen, really. So I can't say with hand on heart what the BBC filmed, but I can always remember when I worked in F1. We were in Imola, and Senna came off the track and obviously died. And the BBC weren't too bad actually at that time, but Eurosport were awful. Right? They were filming everything, and they got wrapped big time for that. But I didn't actually say. I've only seen and I have looked. I'll be honest. I've looked back on YouTube to see if I can see a bit more. Sounds a bit ghoulish, but I haven't seen And then I knew you'd come up with the questions, but I haven't really seen much. I've seen him where he falls over in the game, and I've seen where the players are lying around him, standing around him. And that's it, really. And obviously saw the medics. But I didn't really see what had been in the fans.
Oh, yeah, but, hi, Steve. How are you, mate? Right. Listen, guys, anyone in the chat, I'm only going to be putting up, I'm only going to be mentioning comments from people who I know with the greatest respect. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood for trolls tonight. So I'm not going to ban you because you may not be a troll in it, right? But I'm not even going to comment on anyone who I don't know because tonight's not the night for it. What I'm watching it live, obviously, because of a watch along, Steve. And what I do know is that the production team would have 10 cameras, all focusing on different things as the game goes on, and the production guy then would say, right, go to camera 2, go to camera 10, go to because they know what the camera is focusing on.
So you blame what you trying to say? You're trying to blame the TV company, eh?
I think so, yeah. But however, because this is what Guy Lineker is doing, right? This is what Guy Lineker is doing. He is blaming the host TV company for some of the footage in which we all seen this afternoon live on air. That was 6 minutes of pretty tasteless footage, if I'm honest with you. About 6 minutes, 6 minutes, which the BBC would have seen seconds before ourselves. Right? And I know when I say seconds, in this kind of industry, seconds are a long time.
It's
right?
It's milliseconds, mate. Milliseconds.
No. There's a delay, Steve. There's a delay.
Oh, no,
and they did not, at any time during that 6 minutes, they could have just cut it and went straight to the studio. They didn't.
But Browner, you're talking snowflake, mate, to be honest.
I'm not talking snowflake, I'm talking fact, mate.
Listen.
The fact of the matter is, if it was a streaker running on a pitch, all of a sudden the camera switches away, goes out of the thing, you can't see it. There's a difference between a streaker running on a pitch. They act very quickly when the streaker runs on a pitch compared to what I witnessed this afternoon. And it's distasteful.
I haven't seen the actual footage. I could comment, but at the end of the day, people have the access to press the red button on their TV control, and if they don't like it, to turn it off, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, Steve, you don't know what's happening. This is my point. BBC producer or the backroom, they are seconds ahead. There's a delay.
It's not that big.
There's a delay, Steve.
It's milliseconds, mate.
No, it's not milliseconds. It's far more than milliseconds.
What?
It's far more than milliseconds. It's about 10 seconds, mate.
No.
5 to 10 seconds. Yes. You were talking 6 minutes. 6 minutes of something like that. Well, greatest respect, you didn't see it.
Turn it off.
You didn't see it, so,
But why, if you were that upset, why didn't you turn it off?
Hang on. It had already been fucking shown in my brain. These people have time in front of everybody else.
But when you saw it, if you were
hang on. Oh, all right. When I see a distort, right? Well, I'm going to rub that from my memory then. These people see it before everybody else, before they broadcast it.
Milliseconds, mate.
It's not milliseconds at all, mate.
It's not a 10-second delay on the TV.
It is.
Another way.
It is. It's about 5 to 10. If there's more than enough for that person to say, right, forget it, zoom to. And I tell you another thing. From looking on Twitter, right? Because let's be honest. People can absolutely destroy Twitter at times, and quite rightfully so. some of the things which are said on Twitter, some of the things in which people get away with on Twitter, quite rightfully so.
But Brownie,
However, today, Twitter was a winner. And I tell you why Twitter was a winner, because you had myself and Nathan and anyone else who was doing a watch along. BBC may as well just cut it and just, I was watching some fucking celebrity quiz all of a sudden, right? Sky News was concentrating on the G7. Nobody knew. It was as if they wanted to erase the game from everybody's memory and not give anyone an update.
No.
Right? No, yes, because hang on, let me finish this. Right?
Well,
me and Nathan were on here going through Twitter. Going through everything that was going. We didn't want. It was at the time we did not want to put any photos up just in case they may have been fake photos, and that would be disgraceful, right? However, it's if it wasn't for Twitter, no one would have known that UEFA were going to come out with a statement at 6:45 British time, 7:45 Central European, because at that time, bloody everything was gone. Everything was off our screen.
Mm-hmm.
But the statement actually did come out at 7 rather than 6:45.
On Sky Sports News, he had it straight away because they were watching.
No, they didn't, because I was watching it at the same time.
Bollocks, because you weren't fucking watching it. I was.
Yes, I was. I tell you what, go back onto the watch along. Go back to when it was, because I'm telling you.
If you watch,
I'm telling you, Steve.
He's there with the Twitter feed in his hand, reading out what was being put on Twitter.
Who?
The fucking presenter. So you obviously clearly weren't watching it, but you're not listening to me. You're just ranting tonight. I think you probably had too much drink and your mind's not focused.
No, hang on. You need to go back and Steve, Sky Sports weren't even Sky Sports, right? I tell you what Sky Sports done, and it was highlighted by one of the guys in the chat earlier on, right? We'll go back and watch it. You weren't even there. You've admitted you weren't in that situation. So I'm telling you what happened. Sky Sports. Hang on.
Let me have a voice of opinion here, right? And so you just fucking
no, because you're attempting to win an argument when you didn't even know what you weren't even there.
You don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I tell you what happened, mate. I tell you what happened, and someone said this, and Leslie would probably back me up, and anyone else who was in the chat at the time, right? Well, I tell you what Sky Sports done, just before they come up breaking it.
Not about the breaking news.
Breaking news.
And the announcement.
Right? They went on to an advert break.
No, you're not listening to you. You're not listening to a word I'm saying. You don't want to listen. That's the problem with you. You give it all this, but you never stop to listen.
So what right, okay, Box says in the chat. Back me up here. Box says in the chat, for a real live show, the delay to the actual events to what you've seen it at home today is something about 4 to 10 seconds. Bang on what I've said.
Where's he got?
That's not Ben, is it? It's not Ben.
It's not 4 to 10 seconds anymore. It used to be. It's milliseconds.
Well, rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
You're skipping. What's he? He's just some YouTuber, mate. Was he a TV producer, is he?
All right. So all of a sudden, someone seen it live. Someone who don't even know what I'm talking about because he didn't see it live, right? All of a sudden, is trying to shut me down and trying to shut down a guy in a chat because we were talking. What we're seeing, we're saying it's right, mate.
What are you babbling on about now? Let's go back to your original point, right? You started to praise up.
The original point is that BBC should have cut to the studio when the pictures were coming through.
Talking your guests, right? one of your biggest faults on
Is
this
it your
show,
internet because you're lagging?
right?
Is
I'm
it
lagging.
internet because you're lagging?
Well, yeah, BBC doesn't lag. Right. Can I
Right.
speak?
What happened?
Can I speak?
Yeah. Tell me
Right.
a point. I'm still trying to make out your point.
Right. What you were trying to say was that Twitter was fantastic, getting the reports out first. And what you was about
Yeah.
to say, you told me earlier pre-show, and you said I got the news out quicker than the main news stations. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Let me continue speaking. Right. Which I agree with. But what I was saying to you was, when I came in from walking the dog, my missus texted me to say, "Have you heard about this?" My Twitter went off at the same time telling me about it. I come back and I turned on Sky Sports, okay,
Right.
because the coverage had stopped. Turned on Sky Sports and they had Twitter in their hand and were reporting live from the news coming through from Twitter, from the Danish Football Association, from FIFA, and all the rest of it. So Twitter gave the information to Sky, and Sky gave the information firsthand.
But I'm telling you something. I'm telling you something now, Steve, right? And the
Right.
guys in the chat at the time will tell you, right? Nathan would tell you because he was my right-hand man earlier on, as you know.
Well, I saw
Right?
it.
I am telling you something now. That would have been a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes after when everyone else knew it. I'm telling you now, Steve.
Sky TV, you know, the chubby
Just
chap.
because someone is reading it off Twitter, right? He could have been reading it off Twitter, and I'm estimating this now.
But he
He would have been reading it off for 10, 15 minutes after.
I had your show on silent at the same time. And
Hang on, I thought you were just walking a dog.
When I came in, I turned my computer on, didn't
I? Right.
So
I'm
anyway,
telling you now, we were at least 10 minutes early.
You're talking a trivial point here.
I'm not talking trivial point at all. It boils down. Brentford Clive backs up my point as well. Which we're going back to a point where, at first,
it's not milliseconds. It's milliseconds. Betting's
it's a lot more milliseconds, mate.
It's got to be
a lot more, even for betting purposes.
For betting purposes, it has to be milliseconds, or you could fucking cheat.
No, I'm telling you, Steve.
Of course you could. You could get a bet on in 10 seconds these days. Fucking. Oh,
I'm telling you.
West Ham are going to score. Got 10 seconds, yeah?
It ain't, Steve. It's more than milliseconds, mate. I'm telling you.
Talking to your guests, I'm going to go and get a TV producer on now and try and get him on the show. Right? He produces Breath One. Right?
And for Guy Lineker, and let me just it out on Guy Lineker. Let me finish my rant on Guy Lineker, his tweets. Right? Tonight, he tried to blame the Horse TV company. Right? Now, I'm not saying the Horse TV company is out of order. Of course, they're out of order. However, that's a slimy way to try and get out of the blame the BBC was had, because the BBC has producers as much as the Horse company, and the BBC would have paid the Horse company funds. So technically, whatever pictures were coming from the Horse TV company were legally the BBC's pictures, because they've already paid for it, right? So for Guy Lineker to slightly try to take the blame away from the BBC because it was the Horse company televising the thing, they would still have had the seconds available to
but what's
to go back. They still would have had the time to go back to the studio. That was 6 minutes. That was 6 minutes of low life fucking reality TV, if I'm honest with you.
Okay, so
No,
that's
I'm
your
telling you. I'm
okay.
telling you.
That disgruntled about it pre-show before we spoke on air before we discussed coming on tonight. You said, "Oh, but I needed to try and rewind it to try and find it." So you wanted to see it again.
Yeah, because actually, because at the time it happened.
So disgusted. Why?
And now, hang on. Listen, you put a point to me, which was quite right. Actually, and guys in the chat would back me up, right? When it happened, me and Nathan were talking about something absolutely random, and because he had about, it was getting a bit dirty, really. It was a few fouls leading up to it, and the game was getting a bit dirty. And me and Nathan were just randomly talking about something else, and we both looked up on the TV. So, and then all of a sudden you're down, and then it just the medical staff and everything. At first, Nathan thought he was challenged. So yes, I did rewind it. I did rewind it. I hold my hands up. I rewound it. But I rewound it at first just because I didn't even know what the hell was going on.
So when you realised what was going on, you didn't want to carry on watching, no?
No.
But I can tell you, truthfully, the majority of the country would want to keep on watching. And the fact is, watch, why didn't they turn it off? See that thing there? That says off.
I'm doing a watch along, Steve.
Pardon? No, not that's it. We talk about the majority. We're not talking about Adam, Brown, and Murphy doing the watch.
Leslie seems to be on my side.
I'll tell you something. I don't like the watch taking of the knee. So all I do, I go ping it off. When they do it, I ping it back on again.
Yeah, but there's a difference, though, Steve, isn't there? There's a difference because the difference is the difference is there's a difference. You know that's going to happen.
Public are interested. That's why they continue watching.
No, hang on. The difference is, there's a difference, Steve.
No, it's no different to Formula 1.
You know that's going to happen. That's the difference.
Car crashes into a barrier, right? Or it goes under a mechanical digger and the driver gets killed. Does everybody turn off? No.
What?
Yeah. Because people actually enjoy watching car crashes in Formula 1. Right? And they want to see the action. People don't turn off. You even get a replay. Yeah? So I think you're being very critical of I think you're making something big out of nothing. Right? The lad went down, he's had CPI, you can watch in Tesco's, mate.
Right, with greatest respect, Steve. Listen, we're going to move on. With greatest respect, we're going to move on because you're trying to argue about something in which, with greatest respect, you didn't experience what everyone else experienced.
I didn't need to see the day to experience. I've seen it all before.
No. You did not experience the lack of humanity with the BBC today.
Humanity. The players put a ring round the player. Yeah.
What do you what? What? So it's in the public interest then to watch a wife stroke girlfriend break down on the side of a football pitch because her partner. What?
She come to the side of the pitch, yeah.
Hang on. Is it in the public's interest then to zoom in on a partner who thinks that her loved one is fucking dying, man?
BBC, because I've watched it on other channels and they all film the same thing. So the whole
you know what? I don't give a fuck what it does on other channels.
Right. But
other channels don't have a license fee, my friend.
No.
Right, so there you go. If they want to do it for advertising purposes, that's up to them.
You're telling
me the BBC look down their noses at other organisations because they take advertising money. The BBC have a license fee, and they should have regulations with that.
But your beef is the BBC. If it'd been the ITV, it'd been okay with it.
Sorry?
Your beef is because it's the BBC.
What do you mean? If it was ITV, I would still be angry at ITV. But
angry.
hang on. Okay, I'm acting with my parents now. My parents is technically will technically go to prison if they not doing. So what? Is it in my parents' best? Is it in my parents' best interest then to see that?
Well, they could have seen it if it's on ITV.
Well, but that is that.
But you think
That's up to them then, isn't it? That's up to, if ITV wanted to show that, that's up to them, and they take a risk of that.
You're telling me
they take a risk of that.
Your mother in 70 years never seen anyone collapse in the street, have a heart attack, or need to receive emergency treatment.
Steve, there was an opportunity to go. There was a 6-minute opportunity to pan back into the studio. That was a fact of the matter.
What you're saying is every TV.
And Gary Lineker only come out and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, he was the host." But he only done that because he could see, as well as anyone else could see, the amount of flack the BBC were taking publicly on social media. He wouldn't have come out and said that otherwise.
Because there were complaints. It's been all across the news wires. But what I'm saying to you is every news station, it's not just the BBC covering the European chat, that's worldwide TV stations are covering this. Yeah? Do you think they all turned off straight away?
I know that TV companies in Scandinavia turned it off.
Right, but did they do in China?
I don't give a fuck about China.
No, you're racist against Chinese.
No. Hey, Chinese human rights. Chinese human rights record. It just shows. No.
I've seen it.
No, to be honest, the Chinese human rights record shows that.
No, you're racist against Chinese.
Oh, am I? Right, okay. When I go to human rights, then.
No, so
what you got to remember. What you got to remember is Chinese TV is state controlled, Steve.
Get China then.
Right? Right, okay. Forget China then. Leave it out. Leave it out. No. Leave it out. Clive said, "There for betting purposes, there is a delay." Finn, hi. Good draw for Wales. We will get onto that, Finn. We will get onto that, my friend. Clive. No, because the event has already happened, so it's impossible to cheat. Right. No, we're getting through it. Hey, we've got people are putting comments in. We're getting through the comments. 1 second. Box. At any time, a BBC could go back to the studio in such a rare instant. BBC executives could have pulled a plug. Bang on, my friend. I like this Box guy. He talks fucking sense. Right, Stephen. What Stephen said. They do cheat on tennis. They beat the delay. They're on the phone to a guy online. He quickly puts a bet on. We block your account suspicious behaviour.
Let's all go to the tennis, make a fortune.
I know. Right. Finland players kept going down with bloody noses. They did. It was. Lee's in the house. Steve. Hi, Lee. Hope you're well. Welcome to the madhouse. I've been in my cousin's flat in Fitzhammond in Cardiff. Fitzallen, isn't it? Anyway, that's the first row of houses across the Taff from a Millennium Stadium. When Wales score a try, you hear the roar within a second. That's when sound travels. So obviously, more or less, instant stream.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you very much.
Nah. Still not having it. Mo.
Won't have it because you've got back in a pin.
Clive, Day is right. People do like. Right. It was very similar, I suppose, when there was an accident on the other side of a motorway and people slow down. You go rubberneckers.
You get on the
Day, what's wrong with your internet? Is your internet messed up again?
No, my internet's fine, mate.
Right, guys, is it my internet or is it Day's internet or is it? Honestly, guys in the chat, come back to us because this
is the only show you get delays.
No, honestly, no, mate. Let's see what they say in the chat anyway. Leslie on his side, good man, Les. Yes, but the BBC could have chosen go back home to studio, but chose to get
but
the host playing the host footage.
They lose viewers.
What?
They lose viewers because people dive off and dive onto the internet to see what's happening.
But keep on. Hang on. No, Brownie, it's not. But Day is right. People do like to watch. BBC have an obligation to be discreet. Yeah. Rich is in the house. Hi, Rich. Hope you're well. Guys, please check out Richard's channel as well. Box, I don't know if you got a channel, my friend. You talk a lot of fucking sense tonight. Rich, anyway, check out Rich Sports, guys, and oh, Jesus, loads of people are commenting at the moment. They look so different with clothes on. What do you say?
Great point. You did make a great point. Yeah. If you're driving down the M4 and you see a 5-car pile-up, look at all the what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And
now, reality of things, a major football tournament, a bloke's gone over that doesn't normally happen the way he's gone. He's had a heart attack on the pitch. Right? The public, and I'm not defending the BBC, but the truth be told, right? If you didn't carry on broadcasting, all your viewers are just going to go elsewhere to find it. Now, what I would have done was go on my Fire Stick, and watch a channel from a different country. And you also mentioned Scandinavians turned it off. They didn't actually, because
some of them did.
Some of them may have, but others didn't, because I've seen it on YouTube. When I went back, being a rubbernecker, wanted to see exactly what happened.
Right. Listen, we've had enough of that. We both obviously taken. We're not going to convince each other of our different points of view. The guys in the chat.
15
the guys in the chat. So come on. Let's move on. Let's move on to the action.
Let's just
the action of the day, and we can't go any further than the first game.
Let's just agree. 15 love today.
Your internet is lagging again. Any more, I may have to refresh. Right. Right. Rich says, what do you think of a Wales game? A few people have asked us for a Wales game, so you go first. There.
I thought it was a rubbish game to watch. It's like watching paint dry, to be honest. I think Wales got away with it, to be honest. Switzerland looked the better side, had the most possession, had the most chances. To be fair, they should have finished, put the game to bed. Wales got back into it with Kiefer Moore, we all said. They were lucky today. They're going to prove to beat Turkey, and certainly going to need to prove miles more, but they're not going to beat Italy, are they? They're not going to beat. But I thought they were very mediocre.
Yeah, go on.
I'm surprised actually. They're more mediocre, and I thought they were chasing the ball too much, weren't they? They were just allowing Switzerland to have the ball, and they were chasing shadows for a long time, So, I think I said to you, I thought Wales would get 1 point. I'd love to see them do well, but I think in the group they get 1 point. They got it today. I don't see them getting any more points.
No, I think it'd be Turkey. I think 4 will be enough then.
I think the Turks will come back strong after getting beaten by a top quality side, Italy. And I think they come back fighting, which is make it worse for Wales now.
That's interesting. Yeah, I can see why you're saying that. But well, first of all, my point of view on the game. I was disappointed. Really, first of all, I wanted that side to be named. All this fear of playing a false nine without Kiefer Moore, I thought was just ridiculous. This is not, we haven't got Miguel Arteta or bloody Pep Guardiola up front. An opening game of a major championship is not a time when you need to be basically fucking around with different formations. Kiefer Moore needs to be the focus of an attack. He was put in, and he was rightfully given the job in which he executed fantastically. I am disappointed, and you do see this a lot in modern day football, Steve. I am disappointed where it seemed to only started to play when they went 1-0 down, and
that's all over though, isn't it? I don't think you started to play. I think you're wrong actually in what you're saying. I think Wales, truthfully, didn't start the play when they went 1-0 down. I don't think got the equaliser in the end, but they didn't start the play and get all fired up. And naturally, when you 1-0 down, your tactics have to change because you're in you want the points. Otherwise, you're going to lose, aren't you? So you.
I thought they tried when they went 1-0 down. I thought that they were started trying to get Dan James more into the game, and they did strike. They did come out of a half a little bit. I mean, you told me that at half time it was only a matter of time. I didn't want to accept that, but in my mind, I was kind of agreeing with you.
I think it took a while to get back into the game. To be honest with you, and to be honest, if we're truthful with each other, mate, it was one good cross with one bloody good header.
Yeah. Oh no, but hang on.
Let's be honest.
Hey, that header in the opening 5 minutes, sure, that keeper done well to get out of that.
Yeah, but it's a great save, world class save, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it was saved. That was in the first few minutes. That's the route to goal, by the looks of things, especially on the performance today, that Wales have got. It's crossed to Kiefer Moore.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the other thing that was disappointing to me was Bale didn't look anything today, I didn't think, to be honest. And I didn't think Ram looked much. And also, that's the players you want. Hey, I'm not knocking them as people, but maybe they're just a bit of a spent force now. And the name is bigger than the player.
Well, the name can help other players on the pitch, I suppose, can it? Because if they do double up on Bale, it means it's space anywhere else. Can I just say before we go any further, as Taib have said, please smash the likes up, guys, much appreciated. And also as well, every now and then I get notifications from new subscribers. So I've just had a new subscriber, Brian McCube. Welcome to the madhouse, I suppose. But yeah, but let's go back into the comments. Ellen says, Brownie, do you think Bale will score in a tournament? I don't think so. If I'm honest with you, Ellen, Bale in the last tournament didn't really shine. But sometimes, as I just mentioned, because he was getting doubled up all the time by opposition defences being frightened of him, it did mean that other areas of the pitch were having more space. Will he score? I think he will. If I'm honest with you, after watching Turkey last night,
Brownie,
it didn't offer much. I can see Wales winning at maybe 2 or 3-0 actually.
Well, against Turkey.
Yeah, I can.
I can't see it, mate. I was going to say, where go? We've got one game to do it now.
Let's. Taib says Wales are capable so much better, guys. If I do miss your comments, I do apologise. It's just jumping everywhere. Lee says if Italy beats Switzerland, they'll pull a weakened team out against Wales. Wales could beat Italy. I very much doubt they do that in Romilly, if I'm honest with you. But then again, hey, on the other hand, think of it. If Wales beat Turkey, if we're right, there you go. Everyone in the chat as well. It's a question for you. If Wales beat Turkey, would you put a weakened team out against Italy? There you go. What would you do? Would you do that, Steve?
No, I think you're gambling, aren't you? Because what's the gamble? So you're trying to come. Let's see. Wales beat Turkey.
So that's 4 points.
You've got 4 points. Is 4 points enough?
Yeah, 4 points is enough.
Who says?
Well, I'm looking back in the last tournament, and you had like Northern Ireland qualifying in 2 or 3.
All given, is it? It's not a gimme. What is the third place qualification?
It's the best third place. I think it's 3 best. At 4 points, you're going to get one of it. You're going to get best third place spot.
How many could go through with 4 points in that scenario?
What do you mean?
Right. If you're
not going to have many. If you get 4 points, you're not going to have many. In fact, you're not going to have many other third place with 4 points.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going for a toilet break and a beer, mate. I'll be 2 secs.
All right, no worries. All right, well, guys, in the chat, let me know what you think. If Wales beat Turkey, would you put a weakened team out against Italy? And Irene says, Wales were shocking today, very slow on the ball. They were, and Irene, absolutely, especially the first half. Switzerland were a better team, would have won through 4-1 had they taken their chances. Don't get me started on Page, wrong team, late subs, etc. I don't know. If I'm honest with you, Irene, I think I would have named the same team. I'm so glad we played more in the first place. Box said, Turkey looked a bit more limited than I thought. To be honest, Box, I never understood the gassing of Turkey, even before they played yesterday. My opinion is, I wanted Italy to run away with the group. And I think Wales, Switzerland, and Turkey are very much of a muchness. And that showed today, obviously. Very similar teams, but I think because Turkey have conceded 3 now already, I think they're down and out. Embolo looked dangerous. Very good. He did look dangerous, actually. That one where he tried to curl it to far post.
To be fair, Brown,
yeah,
goal wasn't offside. Wales were done, weren't they? It was offside.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Clive, Brownie, talk us through a moment when Moore rose above all and scored Wales' equaliser. How did make right? Listen, this is exactly what happened, Clive. Right.
Clive.
Right. This is typical Brownie on football with Brownie, right? This is what happened. Literally, about 3 minutes before the goal, my phone started going, right? And I looked at it, and it was a Cardiff number, right? Now, a Cardiff landline number. Now, all my friends and everywhere in Cardiff, they've got mobile phones. So, I'm thinking, at the moment, the only Cardiff landline number is the COVID Nazis, right? Who I've been back 3 days and have called me 5 times during the 3 days. So I'm live now on the screen, and hello. I said, hello. Is this the COVID people? Is this the COVID people? No, he said, no, Mr. Brown. It's so and so from so and so. And I realized very quickly it was work related. So I went out of the room. I had to take the call. The call went on for about 5 minutes. And then I come back, and as I come back, I realised Wales had already equalised. So in answer to your question, Clive, how did it make me feel at the exact moment? I had no feelings whatsoever because I was on the phone in a different room. That's basically how it was. Anyway, Box said good point to Wales. They soaked up the pressure, so I'm gonna have to go down a bit. Taib says, and Ian, whatever strikers the Wales have, that's been Wales' problem since the days of John Hartson, Taib, if I'm honest with you. Right, regarding Moore, I know we've spoken about this before, Steve.
Yeah.
But regarding Moore, and some of the guys, to be honest, some of the guys now, it would have been the first time. They'd seen Kiefer Moore live. Do you think that a Premier League team is going to fancy a gamble on him?
Yeah,
I think so. I agree.
You only look through the history of football. How many champion clubs keep who scores more than 20 goals? I think he got 20, didn't he? But
yeah,
I've never seen it happen. They haven't gone to. It'd be a lower league. It'd be amazing for the player because pounds like the Oval, and he went from the non-league playing for Dorchester Town to Yeovil when the championship.
Yeah.
Proud, honest. The club, I don't think it was a funny story. Gary Johnson, the manager. Somebody after the game said in hospitality before the game, said, Gary, what's going to happen with Keith? He said, well, you tell me. He said he looked at his family in the lounge and he said, well, it takes that long for his brains to come down to his feet. I really don't know. Right? And he never made it at Yeovil. And he went to Truro, I think it was then. Truro then to Torquay. And fair play to him, he's proved everybody wrong. I love to see that.
I agree.
Did he go to Ipswich? It was Ipswich as well, didn't
Ipswich, he was with Mick McCarthy at Ipswich.
Then Wigan came in for him, didn't he?
Yeah. What do you think? Are you as a West Ham fan? What do you think of my theory here? There's rumours about, as you probably know, there's rumours that Chris Wood, is it Chris Wood, Burnley?
Burnley, yeah.
Him to go to West Ham.
Yeah.
So Kiefer Moore going to Burnley.
Possible, wouldn't it, mate? Possible.
Yeah.
Very possible.
I think that's probably. Yeah, I think it's something in that. Where are we?
Isn't it? You wouldn't be surprised for someone like Norwich.
Yeah.
Going into the Premier League, we want a striker and hit the back of the net.
Yeah.
It comes down to the bigger clubs will already have their strikers lined up.
Yeah.
They know who they want. They know who they've already got.
But also as well, it means more will. He lived in. He would come from Wigan to Cardiff. So Wigan, Burnley, how far away is that?
Where's he actually from? Do you know?
I don't know, but you know what footballers they like. Every transfer they have a different.
He's not Welsh, is he?
A lot of Welsh players were on their feet after 60 minutes, so they brought on fresh legs. A few Welsh players haven't had much of game time, like Ramsey, because of fitness. Yeah, I know. I know, mate. Unfortunately, that is. It was always going to be a tough game, anyway.
I say that, Brownie. You've changed your opinion there, mate, because you did. That you thought Switzerland would be your banker, which hasn't turned out to be.
No, I never said that.
Yeah, you did. Watch when you.
No, what I said, and so far it's been true. What I said
When you're looking over here, mate.
Before last night, what I was saying, I said I can see Italy go running away with it, and every other game between Wales, Switzerland, Wales, Turkey, Switzerland, and Turkey, every other game finish in a draw.
I could have thought you thought Switzerland was your banker.
No. I said every other game finish in a draw, and it could go down to either goal difference or even drawing out of a hat, like he did in the 1990 World Cup between Holland and Ireland.
Right. Okay.
I did say that. Then I watched Turkey's performance or lackluster performance last night, and I believe that Wales can beat them easily. Leslie said Bale didn't really play well, or Ramsey. Yeah, sometimes it's not they don't play well. It's when they get doubled up on marking. But you know, when they get doubled up with marking, the team men should be intelligent enough to think, right, if they're doubling them up on one man, there's space elsewhere on the pitch. And Nico Williams should start it because Connor Rock, that marking off that corner, that was all over. That was schoolboy. Did you see that the Swiss goal?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Schoolboy.
I want the best defending, was it? But fair. Been bombarded. Wales have been bombarded with about 20 corners, mate, non-stop. So I think you're being a bit harsh.
Yeah, but it's not. You weren't even looking at the ball. You weren't even looking at. Sorry, a good friend of mine is coming in. 1 second.
Oh, man. This computer, my battery's going on my mobile.
Right. Taib says, Brownie, tell me honestly, were Wales better under Coleman? You can't really say that, Taib. It's not club football. I mean, some of the players has already mentioned. Coleman had a lot of the players at their peak.
Yeah,
he had a peak Bale under him. He had a peak Ramsey.
Players who'd come from Gary Speed's era as well.
John Toshack.
Eh?
John Toshack started him off.
No, the players.
Yeah, John Toshack played Bale and left back when he was left back Southampton. When he had
in the majority though, Gary Speed had done a great job at Wales.
Yeah.
Was under the pressure and he changed the system to suit.
So you can't compare because unfortunately, the likes of Bale just.
You're talking Gary due for retirement, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like on his last race. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that sort of.
Right, and Ivan says Johnny Williams must be what Johnny Williams must wonder why he's got to do a starter game. To be honest, Ivan, I wouldn't have taken Johnny Williams in my opinion. He can't. He's not fit enough to get a start for Cardiff.
Released him, haven't they? Released him.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. They didn't bother giving him another contract because of his lack of his fitness. Box 4 of the 6 third place teams go through. Right, well, he's come back with that.
Right, 4 of the
6.
So 4 out of 6 go through. So still a bit of a gamble, Brownie.
Nah. Well, if you've got 4 points, you're not going to miss out on a third place. That's for sure. So 16 teams progress. All right, you know what? Fucking with my speech impediment, I hate it when things like this happen. Right? 16 teams progress, and the bottom 6 teams. Steve, can you read this comment out for me? Just read a comment out for me.
So 16 teams progress, and the 2 teams are kicked out.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
English. 16? Oh, you kicked it off then.
Right, yeah, I'm taking it off now. Clive, no such thing as weekend team at tournament. I know, but what I'm thinking, Clive, is that there's so many games crammed together. I'm just thinking of fitness, whether or not it would be more in Wales's favour if they did. Fingers crossed, they do get the win against Turkey. Give them 4 points, whether they just field, a weakened team, or just at least rest a lot of players. It is a bit of a gamble, though. I completely get that. And type B, Brownie, you are a cunt. Hey, lad, please don't block Type B, yeah? Please don't block Type B. Long friend. I'm trying to get him on you, actually. Trying to get him on you. Right. Where we got? Why have you got another one?
Battery low on the mobile.
Right, so I'll change you then.
That's better, Brownie.
It's better without the on the screen. Come on. It's not coming on. No.
It's your equipment again, mate.
There you go.
Bloody terrible. Right, there we are, mate.
Seriously, your internet is playing up again. I told you it was your internet.
It's not my. So I tell you what, this StreamYard always seems better on a mobile.
Oh, fuck's sake. Steve is not connecting now, man. Fucking hell.
Hello.
Right, I'm going to refresh. I'm just going to refresh, guys. Just bear with me. Fucking internet. Again, his internet. Fuck.
Well, we've lost Brownie, but I'm sure you can hear me. Come in the comments. Tell me if you can hear me, and let me know his Wi-Fi. Let's have a look. Is that Brownie's dad? Yeah, Mr. Brownie, yeah.
Right, there you go. Sorry, I don't know. Steve's internet is gone stupid again. Jesus. About time we put 50 pence in a meter, Steve. About time we put 50 pence in a meter. Right.
It's not my Wi-Fi. It's yours there in Merthyr Tydfil, mate. I tell you.
Right. Let's, guys, sorry. I may well have missed a few comments out now because it's jumped again. Right, boxers, Nat Phillips. Oh, yeah. Could be a good signing for Burnley too. He shown he can play at Premier League level. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. And Ivan, I'm not mourning about strikers picked. I'm glad he picked more. He's a cracking player. The one thing I'm mourning about at strikers wise is the fact that we spoke about this the other day, and Ivan, Robson Kanu was living off at that goal at Leo. Listen, don't get me wrong. It was really, really good. But it's years ago, and here we go. We got another special guest coming in now. Okay, now. All right, Type B. You right? You're on mute. I think you muted yourself, have you? No, I don't know. It's not. Come out. Refresh. Check down. Have you muted yourself? Check down. Check underneath. Hello. You come back now. You come back now. No, Steve Robson Cano, he's had his day. We've had that conversation earlier on, didn't we? Yeah.
We might as well call for Ashley Williams as well if you're going to go for Robson Cano.
Yeah.
I see he's got himself into the BBC studio anyway, isn't he?
Joe Allen massively overhyped. He put some nice passes in, but he's very sloppy. We did get caught out position quite a lot. It surprised me actually. I knew Xhaka would have a decent game today. I knew he would.
Where's Joe Allen playing? Is he still at Stoke?
Still at Stoke, yeah. He was injured, wasn't he?
Oh, so there's another one. There's another one of age now, Joe Allen. He's been on the block for a long time now, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking. It's like the old man's army coming out now for Wales, isn't it?
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. About time. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, all right, son. What's happening? What are you in fucking What are you in Dallas top, son?
Nah.
Oh, Marbella. You're in Marbella, you son?
No. I'm back in South Wales.
Good man.
I'm back in South Wales. Yeah, good to see you as well, my friend. Good to see you.
Yeah,
and one of the memorable. No, we won't go. No.
How are you? How are you gifting? How are you gifting Noel Williams?
I know. And Robert Page as well. Yeah, you've. Years ago, me and Typey went to a nightclub in Glasgow, right? And there were two, decent-looking girls, and we thought that we would chat them up and say that we were professional footballers. So we were like, well, who the hell do we say we are? So at the time, for some reason, we were Watford players. I don't know if Watford were playing like pre-season games up here or something, but yeah. I was Gifton No Williams, who I had off Championship Manager 1996 or something, and it was Robert Page, who is now the Welsh manager. Yeah, we got absolutely no fucking wear with them girls anyway, Rob. So
no. Yeah, where was that? Fury Buddies.
Yeah, 30 miles, I know. Fucking hell. How long ago was that?
Fuck, 25 years ago.
I know. Fucking hell. Anyway, what's your opinion on the game, Rob?
Well, the thing is, right, I think Page was pressured a little bit into playing Peathmore up front as the big man up front. And I sort of agreed with it because we are better when we play that, like, 4-2-3-1 formation.
Yeah.
What happened to 4-4-2, by the way? Like, what's happened to all these fucking formations?
I know.
It's crazy shit, right? a false 9 and a false 10. Fucking hell. I thought they were talking about fucking false teeth. Never mind fucking players. So, I do think we play, but I think we are better when we bring, and today it's fucking wrong what I'm saying here now, because he scored a fucking goal for us and he nearly scored another goal for us. But I think it's better. I think he likes Kiefer Moore as an impact player for the last 45 minutes. But, again, he'd done a shift today, mind. Fucking defensively, at the back, in the corners, he was there. He cut his head open. He was up front. He nearly scored. He scored. He put a shift in today. And
I know.
The thing is, Bale, Ramsey, Allen are now the other side of 30. They are the other side of 30. They it's an aging team with them, and they've done well. They've done really well. 5 years ago was a different story with them 3 players, right?
Yeah.
Joe Allen Did he do much today? He was there.
Oh.
Is he fit enough? Don't know. Ampadu's he's had a season at Sheffield United. He was brilliant at times. From Sheffield United fans that I know, at times he was shocking for them as well, mind. So
Yeah.
he's up and down. What's Tuchel going to do with him at Chelsea? I don't think he's going to keep him on there. Do you?
Yeah. No.
He's a good player, but you know, since he's had his fucking haircut as well, like it's like Samson and Delilah, isn't it? Huh? He's had his haircut. He's gone shit. I like him. He's a lovely guy. Like I say, his old man, Pat Ampadu, in Swansea, was like Swansea through and through. Even though he was like African Irish, he was like Swansea through and through. He went there quite early, quite young, and you know he comes through. Ethan Ampadu comes through as a Welsh through and through from his father's roots, going to Swansea as a youngster. But Ampadu's got a big season next season in terms of where he's going to go with his career, because he was hit and miss. I think he was hit and miss with Sheffield United. He started off well, went a bit downhill then, and you know he didn't start. He didn't pick him for Wales today. He didn't start him for Wales today. There's a bit of a message here, isn't there? Yeah.
I mean, the thing is with going to big clubs in the top. Sure, I don't know if you would agree with me on this as well. Is that if you're a youngster, and Chelsea have a history now of, because they're having all these big managers come in, all these big managers just want success, and it's from upstairs. Just want success, and they want it now. And because of that mindset is now they want success, but you know the youngsters don't have a bloody chance. I don't think Chelsea was ever the best move for him, if I'm honest with you.
No, totally agree.
I think Roden going to Tottenham, that I know I can see the sense in that. I know West Ham were interested in him at the same time, but I even though Chelsea do the Chelsea Academy is really, really well, that's main focus is generating funds by getting the players through their academy and selling them on.
I totally agree with it. Hold on a second.
Well, what they do at Chelsea, Browner, right? From my experience, and a lot of lads go there, mate. I could list you name after name after name of quality young football players who get taken away from local academies in Wales and places, Bristol, another one, right? They get it. I'll tell you about a lad called Scott, Kevin Scott's son. Kevin Scott was an actual academy coach at Bristol City, right? And his son could play a bit, right? Chelsea came in and picked him up at 12. We used to pick him up from school, right? Drive him up to Chelsea's training area for the kids, 3 times a week in a Range Rover, and bring him back to Bristol the same night. And that goes on all the time. And when we were up at the academy at Chelsea, we went up with a lad called Aaron Holloway from Fairwater in Cardiff. And he was playing for Bristol, actually, but it was Bristol City versus Chelsea. Angelotti was the manager at the time. And there's kids there, mate, 15, 16, foreigners, right? And they're on $5,000 a week. The club have got the parents a house, right? Whether it's rented or what. So they brought them over from Poland or wherever, right? And I can remember seeing this kid playing. I was like, look, he's got good feet. Who's he? Oh, we paid $600,000 for him. Compo. And that's what they do. And then they feed in Chelsea with the money, grab all the compo kids, as they call them, and maybe one to come through. And they flog the rest on.
Yeah.
Are they any better than what we've got in South Wales or Bristol? Are they any better?
The trouble is, if you're a parent, the problem is the parent, right? Because if you're, I don't know, Mikey, George and Barry, right? You're in the Cardiff Academy, right? I'm making these names fictitious, right? Although Mikey George does play for Barry Town now. What happens is, right? Mum gets a phone call from Chelsea. Yeah? Fucking hell. My lad's going to be a superstar. That's what goes through the mentality of the parent. Then comes the money with it as well. They're on 17. If they sign a pro contract with Chelsea, they're on a minimum £5,000 a week.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So
Yeah.
the lad's actually better staying at a lower club. Yeah. They go into these big clubs, but they get lost in the system when they're there. Do you see what I mean?
That's a really good point, actually, because as Adam knows, I've been involved for the last 10 years or so with Pendarren Boys and Girls Club in Merthyr, in up the bond with Pendarren. And hold on a second, boys.
I know. Hold on a second, because I want a beer. I'm
going to get a beer and all. You keep talking, Typey.
Go on, Rob. Go on, Rob. Sorry.
Who's you fucking muck up here, son?
Oh, there.
Aye.
Oh, it's Steve Dave. He went to buy Merthyr, remember years ago?
What?
Scout. Yeah.
Where's he live? Is he living in Spain now?
No. He did live over there, but he come back last year. Tell me, I can't wait to have a pint, mate.
You're in fucking isolation, son.
I'm in isolation. I can't believe it. Isolation. They rang me 5 times. Rang me 5 times in 3 days. if they done that.
Go on.
No, if they done that kind of, if they concentrated that on proper criminals, and 5 times. Incredible.
I was going to say then, I've been involved with Pendarren, and my oldest son now, he just finished under 16s football, but our goalkeeper has just been picked up on a scholarship with Newport County, and that's fantastic. He's 16 years of age. He was a centre half for us until he was 9 or 10, and it was just like, we got to put him in goals. He's got good hands. He's got the build for a keeper, and he's gone on. And in fairness, he's worked hard. Right, he's worked really hard. He was in a trial with Cardiff 2 years ago, and 8 weeks, and he done really well there. But they want, and honestly, right, he didn't get in Cardiff because they wanted him to be able to do like 40, 50 keepy uppies. They want keepers being able to play the ball out and stuff, which I know is the modern keeper. Man City keeper now, right? Everybody wants to be, all the clubs want a keeper like fucking Edison, where he can put out a fucking 50-yard fucking ball into fucking Sergio Aguero. But in League One or League Two, it's not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen.
No.
But
never going to happen.
He didn't get in Cardiff because he couldn't do like 40 or 50 keepy uppies. And his father said to me, he said he's not going to be able to do this. He can do fucking 5 or 6. But you know what? He can stop everything coming at him in terms of fucking saving shots.
Yeah.
So you've got to find a balance somewhere, with the keepers and what they can and can't do. So he's had, he's come up the last 6 years. Fucking honestly, right? We were playing over the Taffy League with fucking Pendarren. We were an average side. He stopped 5 or 6 goals every single fucking game in Bargoed, in fucking Caerphilly, in fucking Rumney. He was amazing. And now he's got his scholarship now, £550 a month, and he goes to Clisweri High School to do his his fucking, what's it called? His fucking sports science fucking BTEC. Fucking brilliant. And I tell you what, right, honestly, you're gonna see his name in a few years' time, right? He's gonna go to Newport and he's gonna do well. He's 6'2" now. He's the builder keeper.
That's the route though, isn't it? That's the route that you should do. If you go and play for Newport, you're gonna get a chance. You're gonna get a chance all day long at Newport, and you're gonna learn the trade. Yeah, if you go sign for Chelsea, but what happens is, not in this instance, but if Chelsea think he's any good, and not just Chelsea, there's a lot of them, Man City, wherever, right? And I'll give you an example in a minute of a doctor's son, but who went to Man City from Swansea. Can't have to remember, but you're going to get the chance at Newport. But you never.
Yeah.
He played for Cardiff, but we had a lad on our books. His father was a heart surgeon from down West Wales, and he signed for Cardiff. He came from, and Cardiff flogged him on to Ipswich. But he went to Man City, but he was Swansea's academy, where he should have stayed. 14, off he goes to Man City. They put him in a private school, private education, chauffeur to school. Right, seriously. Oh, what's his bloody name? Come to a minute. It was only recent, last few years. And anyway, Man City loaned him out as they do. You know, he's meant to be the next big thing. His parents, he's going to play for Man City. You know, he gets a private education and all this. Chauffeur. Imagine a chauffeur coming to pick you up from boarding school and take you training.
I remember walking a fucking Bishop Headley in the fucking winter. Jesus.
But where's he gone in football? Nowhere. I tell you what happened. His career he went to Huddersfield, I think it was, on loan. Cardiff then signed him, right? He had a season at Cardiff, and then he went to Ipswich. And he didn't do anything at Ipswich. And I don't even know where he is now, mate. But but at 14, I'm a Man City football player. Here I am in the tracksuit. There's my chauffeur. That's the problem. Now, if he'd stayed at Swansea, he'd probably be in the first team now.
I tell you what, you're talking about this boy, and it sounds familiar that he went to Ipswich.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name though.
Quite a posh name it is.
Well, like a double barrel or something.
Yeah, his dad was a big surgeon. Big surgeon, West Wales. West Wales he was from. And he was was it Hugh? Not Hugh. I used to have so many of them in the same circumstances. You know what I mean? So but he stuck out. But then you had, I'll tell you who the other one was, who's Fulham left back now. He was at Bristol City. His dad was a heart surgeon. Now big clubs came in for him, right? Little blonde kid he was at the time. What's his bloody name? I mean, his bloody name. He's in the Fulham first team. Joe, not Dyson. Joe, come to me in a minute. Anyway, but he stayed at Bristol City. He didn't follow the Chelsea route. He had a chance to go to Chelsea and had a chance to go to Arsenal. His father said, "You stay in Bristol, you get your education because you might not make it in football, and then if you can't make it in football, you can be a doctor, right?" So he's actually studied in Bristol Uni, and so he stayed at Bristol City. And he broke through to the first team, and then eventually went to Fulham. Joe Bryant, is it? Joe Bryant? Yeah, Joe Bryant. Choice Joe Bryant.
Anyway, but Box says Ampadu might get a Brentford or Fulham move. I think Brentford would be a good. But then Clive comes back and says Brentford scrapped the academy to stop players from being poached by big clubs.
He did, yeah. Good move.
Now they take young players from big academies and bring them on. Chris Mapem, which he played for Wales today, didn't he? Chris Mapem, being one of those players, they sold him for 12 million.
There you go. That's true. Brentford. Oh, look at Ben Rama at West Ham. What do we pay for him?
And then Clive comes back. And said, "Good call, Box, regarding Ampadu maybe going to Chelsea, Fulham or Brentford. But Brentford don't need a centre back at the moment. Though got loads."
When you think
Box, hang on for a minute. Box then said Brentford made tons of money selling on players, and Clive, I didn't realise this, but Clive said they sold more than £100 million worth of players in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's good going.
But think of that's fucking clever when you think about it, Browner. Because it Brentford on the verge of London, and compensation payments from academies are nothing, right? Chelsea can swoop in and pick up somebody at 16 and a half, right, for 300 grand, right? And really, at 17, he's going to be worth 3 million. Right? That's the reality of it. That's what.
Yeah.
Where Cardiff was so worried with Ramsey, to be honest with you. But you think, whoever thought of that, think, right, okay, let's wait for them all to get kicked out the academies, let them do all the work, then we'll bring them on afterwards. That's fucking clever thinking, isn't it? Who come up with that, Clive? Was it the chairman or the manager? Or
I don't know.
I'd love to know that.
You come back now. You come back now. You know what he's like.
What have you got? You got a fucking live feed or something going on by that, have you?
Yeah. It's live on. It goes out on Facebook. Goes out on YouTube. Trying to get it to go out on Twitch as well, but it doesn't really. It doesn't. I don't know. I think I have to use a different platform really to do it by Twitch. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah. So welcome to the fucking Madhouse, Robert type.
That's fucking great, son. I gotta be honest.
The most unprofessional football show on YouTube.
Absolute most unprofessional show on YouTube, I tell you. Good, sorry, Rob.
I was at a club today. I had a few fucking friends. Merthyr Football Club. John Owen was up there. Listen, right? I know fucking John's an acquired taste. I like John. He's done well with his fucking career. Johnny Owen now, right? I don't know whether you were fucking friends with him or not at the moment, because, you know.
I'm neither you're of if I'm honest with you.
Huh?
I'm not neither you're of if I'm honest with you. Not his biggest fan, but
he's a Nottingham Forest director now, isn't he?
No, I like John. Listen, 30 years ago now this week, me, him, his brother, and Dazzy Crow and Dixon all out in Ibiza on that fucking mental holiday that we fucking talk about.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago now. And like I say, I got a lot of time for John. I know he's Marmite. Right? He's done well for himself. And
good luck.
I got time for him. He's all right. He was up there broadcasting today. And, he's all right. He's good. He's good company. And he's the publicity he's giving me with the Town FC at the moment with Vicky McClure is fucking. You can't pay for that, can you? You can't.
I heard they're getting sponsored now by Football Manager.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
And Cherry Red Records as well.
Yeah, absolutely, that is incredible. Football Manager, because they sponsored Watford, didn't they, a couple of years ago? Hey, I'd like to go up there. I'd like to go up there for the next game. Yeah, I believe it's Wednesday now, isn't it?
When 5 o'clock, I got a table at 6, right? And you're not invited because you were fucking wanker.
Not you, just Brownie.
No, I got a table of 6. I got a table for the 3 games, and we had a great time up there today. Me, Helen, my youngest, my oldest is out on the piss now. He's 17 in September. He's out with his mates drinking fucking dark fruits, fucking non-stop, because that's what you do when you're 16, 17. By the way, he's a younger version of me as well.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, fucking hell. Got out fucking hingongs then, yeah?
Got
out with Chinese.
No, he's a younger version of me on fucking steroids as well. He's off his fucking tits. He's off his tits completely. Honestly, I don't know what's coming in the next 2 to 3 years. Helen's gonna be fucking crying with what's gonna happen with him. Because me and him were supposed to go to Azerbaijan. See, me and him, we were booked for the week in Azerbaijan, and we were going to come back and then fly to Rome for 3 nights. The 4 of us with a family, a little bit of a family trip. Right. But obviously, it's all gone tits up on this. So, But in the last 12 months, he's found his feet now. He's finished Bishop Eardley this week. He finished Bishop Eardley on Tuesday. He's finished his GCSEs, and he's drinking like funk, basically.
Good on it. No, it'd be good to see everyone, really. So what? Hang on, while we're on this now, what is the rules? Because I'm not allowed to go out now until Wednesday. So what is the actual rules for? Do you have to book a table anyway? Just go for a drink or not?
Yeah, it's pretty much book a table somewhere. So.
All right. Okay. So
Yes.
what if you wanted to go out on a bit of a bloody pub crawl around Merthyr? Do you have to book a table in every freaking pub you go? Everywhere. So okay, I'm going to be there at 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to be there at fucking 11 o'clock. I book a table there. Well, you have to like pre-book your bloody. Yeah, that's true, is it?
You got to pre-book your pub crawl.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Hey, Browner, it must be a Welsh thing because you don't have to hear.
Yeah,
you've got to pre-book it. You got to pre-book it.
It's more kind of like you're in Yeovil, near Yeovil, so it's more locked down in Wales, isn't it? Because it's my birthday. It's my birthday Friday. See, Rob, you'll have to come out.
Right, where are you going?
Dowless first.
Coming on your table at the club.
No, Dowless first. I'm told. Because it's England, Scotland, isn't it, on Friday as well?
Friday afternoon, yeah.
Something like that, I think.
It's very rigid. But if you go to Douglas fucking Con Club, you do what you fucking want, basically. Was that closed? Douglas Con Club's closed now, then.
Yeah, but hang on. What if you like book a table and then you go in and you think, oh fuck, I had a fight with him fucking 10 years ago. I shagged his missus fucking 20 years ago. You know, what happens? You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, I don't. But because you pre-booked, you have to go in it.
Well, you just fucking walk out to do.
All right, so you just lose your table because you can't go any fucking else.
Could be careful there now. What's a place we used to go for the fucking rugby internationals with the strippers are on? Douglas fucking. What's that place in Douglas? What's that place in Douglas we used to go with the fucking strippers for the rugby internationals? Douglas.
Douglas Labour Club.
Douglas Labour Club.
Oh, hey, that's nothing to what I've experienced in the last 4 years. I tell you, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Oh, jeez, I tell you, it's just it's one of those times. See if you know what I'm talking about.
No comment.
We were going to do a show a couple of weeks ago, right? He was still pissed off with me, Rob, right? Going to do a show a couple of weeks ago. And I said, look, I'm going to be late. I'm not driving, so I'm going to be late. Okay, no problem. He said, where was I now, Steve? Where was it? Where was it called?
Stark 92, mate. The brass house.
Stark 92, right? And it was fucking. I said, I'm in Starks, Steve. I'll have to be late. I'm not driving. But Starks is about 50 or 60 hookers, basically. And he was like going around. He was ringing me. Where are you? We meant to do a live show. Basically, you gotta go sitting on my face. Hang on, love. Out the way. You got a phone call coming. Oh, jeez. I know. I can't. I look forward to meeting up with you up. It's yeah.
We don't.
Have a fight my back.
We have done some mental stuff no times, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to seeing everybody. And within half an hour of me coming back, Rob, a certain girl rang me up. Was down here actually.
Who's that? Can't say.
CB.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you do know. Kevin.
I do know.
Half an hour, my friend. Half an hour. Fucking
unbelievable.
Fucking hell. Oh Jesus! It only takes a fucking rumor, doesn't it? Right,
is she single now?
Yeah.
She's got 6 kids.
Yeah.
I'm going 43 next week, right? I'm really going on the. I'm on the fucking leftovers fucking shelf now, and I. Jesus Christ! Unless I go lower, unless I go younger, unless I go Marbella younger, but that can be too fucking young. 20 years, it kills me. They kill me by the Monday morning. Right, listen, I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Rob?
Are you going now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
You dragged us on this show, and then you're fucking off.
No. Because this is going down an alleyway where I don't really want to be going out on Facebook, if I'm honest with you.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Get back on your 5 then.
No, because my mouth is getting a bit too loose for it to be on Facebook. That's
that's okay. Let's just talk about a false 9 and a false 10, and a false 6 and a false 6. What the fuck?
Are you sure you're on about the false 6 or false tits? Which one?
Bit of both, really. But what's going on? What's going on with football, right? I was at Merthyr Football Club today, right? I'm an old traditionalist when it comes to football, right? Merthyr Tydfil, late 80s, was a back 4, 2 big hard centre halves, 2 fullbacks who could attack, but predominantly were defensive, but could attack. You had a fucking centre midfield, a 6, and a whatever you want to call it, 6 and a 10, or whatever you want to fucking call it. One was sitting there, one was slightly attacking. You had 2 wingers, and you had a centre forward, a big centre forward, a number 9, and number 10, a 4-4-2. What is wrong with a traditional 4-4-2? What is wrong with it?
Brownie, what did I say to you today about Wales? And what did I say to you about Wales, 2 days ago, about formation?
Yeah, you did. You just play 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
I really do. You did say that, Steve. I really do miss a strike partnership. I really do miss a strike partnership. Big man, small man partnership.
One plays off the other. Off the other. Ball goes in the back of the net. Ping the ball into the box. Hit the target, man.
And I see Budgie had another rant yesterday or the day before. John Burridge. He was the first former professional footballer I had on his channel, Rob, right? And he always rants about playing from the back, a goalkeeper playing from the back, and then they get, I think he had a rant because it happened with Turkey. Didn't have a Turkey goalkeeper, fucking poor clearance or whatever, and Italy scored a 3rd goal. But that happened a lot with Wales today. Wales are playing too much out of the back, and it was proper risky. Some of the bloody things they were doing, and I was thinking,
crazy. Unless you've got the absolute expert, top of the range football players to play that way, like your Man Cities, it ain't going to work for most clubs. And it's the same with England going to a World Cup. England go to World Cups, European Championships, get nowhere. Right? English players can't play with English players. Right? But everyone laughed the other night when I said Sam Allardyce was the man, but he was the man to push England on, because he would have gone 4-4-2. The ball would have been, Sam Allardyce's tactics, and I know this obviously from my time at West Ham or whatever, right? The ball's not, you're not allowed to play the ball in your own half. It's got to go, right? Then he says, you can do what you want. But then you have the target man there, like you used to have Andy Carroll, right?
Yeah.
Andy Carroll and someone playing off him, right? You can play in their half, but don't play in your half. That's the whole danger zone. Get the ball out of there. And it's right when you think about it.
Come and talk. Football with Brownie. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. You listen, right? I'm on there with Football with Brownie.
So I know what you mean. Right? It
percentages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now,
And I tell you what,
Wales
the
haven't got the legs. Brownie, take this, right?
Yeah.
You take Wales today. They didn't have the legs after 60 minutes, like a lot of your guests have said, right? They looked knackered, didn't they? They were chasing shadows, mate. But if they were playing 4-4-2, getting it up there, right? How much energy were we going to save?
The Swiss defence.
Your goal comes from a target man. Your goal comes from a target man. Nearly twice. It's not going to be pretty, but Wales aren't going to play pretty football. Italy might. The Dutch might.
The disappointing part for me today was, right, and when Switzerland scored, I said that Richie Bennett, as Adam knows Richie Bennett, I said to him, this has taken us to start playing now, because it needed Switzerland to score against us for us to come out of our shell, and quite why it takes that, I do not know. Why don't you just fucking do it? Because it's so fucking frustrating. Because
we had this conversation.
I've been saying that ever since the game of
that team we had out today was fucking. Dan James is on fucking fire. DJ is on fire. He's absolutely on fire, right? You've got to get it down the left. On the right-hand side, Gareth Bale is not going to do it as much as he used to. He's going to cut in, but he's going to put quality balls in with his left foot, right? For Kiefer Moore, for whoever else, right? We had the quality. Aaron Ramsey was fucking upset today completely when he didn't do fucking anything. Joe Allen didn't do anything at all. He was there. I don't know whether Ramsey and Allen are fit. They probably not. But do you know what? You've got to fucking pick them ahead of, whoever fucking else. But we picked that team, and he worked with Kiefer Moore. He nearly scored. He scored a goal. That's great. But why did it take so long until Switzerland scored a goal for us to come out of our shell and start playing? It's fucking stupid.
I've said it ever since the game, Rob. Yeah, and it's not just Wales. It's happened. Cardiff is happening a lot last season. Many clubs in the league, in the Premier League, they don't start playing until they 1-0 fucking down. Arsenal. It was happened a lot with Arsenal last season as well.
I know what you mean, but it appears that way. It appears that way that they go into gear when they're 1-0 down. Right? I know what you're saying, but take the day. The reality is Wales didn't come straight back into it. I don't think. Until they start picking the ball in the box. When they eventually got the ball in the box, the way they did in the old-fashioned system, they went in the back of the net.
Well, I support your point though, Steve. In the first half, didn't really get out of a half that much. But when the long balls come in, the Swiss defence are all over the shop, and they were only up against bloody Kiefer Moore, and it was four of them, and they're all over the shop.
I totally agree with you. The last 20 minutes, Switzerland were fucking panicking big style. They were shitting themselves, and they are fucking 8th in the world. If they could have shit themselves against fucking Wales, they got fucking problems ahead, haven't they? They got real fucking problems ahead. Just before Kiefer Moore's fucking head, right? I said to my son, because 3 years ago, when we were on a family holiday to Belgium, we went just over the border to Mönchengladbach to watch Mönchengladbach Leverkusen, and Jan Sommer is one hell of a fucking goalkeeper as well, right? He's fucking incredible, and he plays for Mönchengladbach, and his nickname with Mönchengladbach is the Wall, because nothing goes past him. And I said to Leon, I was sitting down, I said, "Oh, fucking Jan Sommer, we're not going to score past Jan Sommer today because he's the Wall." And I said, if anybody's going to score against us, it's going to be fucking Mbolo, because he plays in Mönchengladbach as well. And he's shit hot, and he's really well thought of. And what happened? Fucking Jan Sommer went up, tipped it over the bar, and he's a fucking absolutely world-class goalkeeper, as you boys probably fucking know watching football. And then fucking Mbolo went up field and fucking destroyed us and took us apart on times as well. And scored a header. Connor Roberts, right? I love Connor Roberts as a player. I love Connor Roberts. But when he's defending a corner like that, he's looking at the player. He's not looking at the ball.
It was terrible defending. It was terrible defending.
He's not looking. He's not looking at the ball. He's looking at the player all the time. And he done it when we played a game recently. He slipped, didn't he? He slipped against somebody, and a guy went down and just headed it. He's fucking looking at the fucking ball. He's looking at the player.
Surely, if you're looking at the player, you're always going to be that split second before, because you don't know what the player's fucking next move is going to be.
Yeah. So listen, I like Connor Roberts. I think he's a great player. I think he's a really good player. He's a really, really good player. But there's some today there was some real basic stuff that went wrong with us. I'm not criticising. Hey, listen, we've come out with a 1-1 draw against a side in the top 10 in the world, right? In the Euros. Fucking hell. Brownie, we went to places, right, in the fucking noughties. Yeah, we had fucking Bobby Gould in charge, right? We had Robert
I think that's the pressure though, Rob, isn't it? That's the pressure now of the younger generation in Wales who've only ever seen one championship, say, which was 5-6 years ago now, wasn't it? Right? And 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. So they expect it now. When we all went to watch Wales, right? When I lived in Wales, for instance, Bobby Gould, like you say, and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? Even Mark Hughes was shit, to be honest, wasn't he? Right?
No. Listen, Mark Hughes, right, was the most overrated international football manager
massively
ever. Yeah. He was fucking dreadful. He was absolutely fucking dreadful.
Yeah. But that's what we. But now there's been a bit of success, and if you notice, the press, even the media today, keep harking on about the last champion. They're gone. That's history now, and Wales need to realise that. See what I mean? You can't keep relying on Gareth Bale at 30, whatever he is. You can't rely on Ramsey, who's now injured. He's like Red Rum on his 5th Grand National, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But it's not going to happen. You got to get the 4-4-2. You got a young striker up there, Kiefer Moore, who can find the net. Give him the fucking ball. You know what I mean? Ping it up there, cross it into him, and he proved it today. Really, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
I thought
to be fair, Wales probably at the end. Wales at the end should have lost. Right, the goal was offside. Right, but it wasn't that far offside, was it? Really, it didn't really affect play that much. Right?
Well, but that the rules is offside.
Yeah, he's offside. Yeah, I'm not disputing that, but he could have been onside. And some of the ones they missed, Switzerland. If they were clinical like Italy, putting the ball in the back of the net, it'd have been a different story, wouldn't it?
Rob, going back to my point earlier before you joined. If, and I know it's a big if we beat Turkey, we get 4 points. To me, that's guaranteed quality. That's guaranteed 4 points, guaranteed qualification. And I know it's a big if we beat Turkey. Would you feel a weaker team against Italy just to give some of the older players some, much needed rest? Would you do that or not?
No, not at all. Not at all.
The reason being? Because as people mentioned,
because I'm drinking a can of fucking lager, that's why.
No, as people mentioned, some of the players were dead on their feet by 60 minutes. I'm just wondering whether you'd go down that avenue. But I'm on the leck. I never tasted this shit before, and fuck me, it is shit. Bloody hell. But how many up there early on, Rob?
Oh, it was full house. We were out in the marquee outside. It was great, and like I say, John Owen with Vicky, with his missus now, is doing loads of good stuff in Merthyr. In fairness to him, right?
Yeah, good on him.
I know. John's an acquired taste, right? But, 30 years ago now, me, John, his brother, and Dazzy Crow, and Dixie and all that were in fucking Ibiza on a fucking mental fucking holiday where we all got fucking banged up in fucking jail. And,
I don't want no Policia Nacional fucking stories at the moment. I am still kind of like, I'm still, no Policia Nacional stories whatsoever at the moment. I'm still a bit sore from the other day.
So yeah, it was good. It was a good day. It was a good day. But like I say, do we beat Turkey and then play a weekend side in Italy on Sunday? Right. Let me think about that now, right? Because I'm not sure. Are we guaranteed to go through with 4 points? Probably. Do we try and get a point against Italy in Rome on Sunday if we beat Turkey? To try to get second place guaranteed? Because second place in this group, are we going to play somebody like fucking Austria or Sweden if we get second place in this group?
Okay. Hand on heart, I've said that, not knowing. It's too early. To me, it's too early to figure out, who you're going to meet in the last 16 and so on.
I think you tried to do the formulas is the wrong way. I think you got to play to win your games.
Yeah, I totally agree. And
then your route's easier then as well, isn't it? It's all very well qualifying, but then you go and get Italy or Holland or Belgium.
Yeah. That's right.
So you're straight out anyway, isn't you? You're straight out, isn't you? That way.
What are we going to get out of this, right? We get out of the group. Best case, we win a last 16 game. We get the quarterfinals, go out to one of the big fucking boys. That's all that can be expected for us. And if we get out of the group, we've done well. If we get the last 16 and we play in fucking, because we could play, I think in the way it plays out, we could play France in the last 16 if we get out of the group. We got it on us, isn't we? We fucking
But say, Rob, right? If you were playing the way, let's call it Jack Charlton style, right? And look what he done with Ireland in the World Cups. Yeah. And I think that unsettles, if you go and play that way, the old British fashion way of playing football, right? I think it unsettles these tippy-tappy showboaters from Holland and Spain and whatever. That's my belief. I think you get the ball out of the danger zone. They ain't got it in there, right? It was like, I went to that Welsh game many years ago, Romania, the qualifier. Remember that? When Paul Bowden missed the penalty?
Don't fucking
remember that? We remember that.
But if you remember, the Romanians were a fantastic football side at the time, weren't they? They were probably one of the best in the world at the time. And Wales went and played British football against them and nearly rocked the boat. And England. England are the same. England don't have the players to play this European type football. I'm telling you. But and they're all laughing in the comments here about my Sam Allardyce thing.
Yeah. In fact, after this, I'm going to be watching. Mike Bassett. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
4-4-2.
You can all laugh, but Sam Allardyce gets results out of a football game. It's not pretty. It's not enjoyable to watch, but he gets the result.
And that's my argument. And hang on, and John 1886, not gravy tits, Big Sam. Gravy.
We all know what he's like. We all know what he's like, don't we? Right? We all know what he's like, but he gets results, and he motivates the team as well.
And Ivan says 4 points isn't necessarily guaranteed to go through with fixtures coming up. Could be us and Switzerland, the likely to finish on 4 points. Switzerland might have better goal difference. Yeah, but Switzerland would finish second. And even if Wales finished third, they'd qualify, wouldn't they? It's the best third on 4 points. That's my point.
But to be honest with you, if we're honest with ourselves, if to qualify, and Rob was right there, what's the point of qualifying if you're going to come up against, I don't know, and get smashed the next game and you're going home anyway? It's 90 more minutes, isn't it? You're just making up the numbers.
Yeah,
So Rob, you would have looked. Obviously, you have looked far further than me with regarding these fixtures. One thing I really am dead against is the fact that they've spread out the bloody tournament through all corners of the continent. So potentially, if Wales did get through, where would they be? Where would they be playing?
Well, we could be going back to fucking Baku, Azerbaijan.
Ah, fuck's sake, man! Okay, now, man.
But we could be going out Wembley and Glasgow as well, so or Seville. So it's all over the fucking shop. It's fucking crazy. It's Platini 10 years ago being a stupid fucking French twat, right? Listen, we're all looking forward to now 3 years' time. The Euros is in Germany. Unfortunately, 3 years' time, Bale, Ramsey, Allen are gone for us, right? It's the new breed coming through. I don't know what that's going to bring for us. I don't even know if we're going to qualify, but can you imagine a Euro 24 in fucking Germany? Brownie, we're going to fucking mash it up, son. Aren't we?
I know.
We're gonna mash it up, son. Even if you're on some fucking banning order or whatever you fucking do these days, right? But we're just gonna fucking, Germany's a big country. It's much bigger than France, but what a country to have a fucking Euro fucking tournament in.
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna go from Hamburg.
But Rob, that's the thing though, Rob, isn't it? They're thinking more of the teams now rather than the fans.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Having it spread all over. What a lot of bollocks that is. Imagine being a fan now and, if we could all go, right, the majority of us would. Yeah? Right? 1 minute you've got to get this flight. Let's be honest, after a game, you're in the bar for 10 pints, aren't you? Right? So the last thing you want to be doing is, I've got to be fucking EasyJet flight now all the way to fucking Italy. Right? from Azerbaijan. Yeah? What's that? 3-hour flight?
Yeah.
So then you got let's say then you got what 10,000 fans, right? What's a 737 old 200 people? So everybody's trying to clamor to get the flight. It's fucking crazy. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But that's the trouble with football. The trouble with football now, they don't put the fans first anymore.
Fangy is in the building. Hi, Fangy. Hope you're well. What do you say? Come on. What's he saying? Fucking thing. Right. We're still in a worldwide pandemic. Top players are playing all the time. Euro 2020, Summer 21, African nations, World Cup, so on and so forth. This is my experience in Spain, and it's typical. Hang on for a minute. It's typical of a Spanish FA, if I'm honest with you. Spain in the last tournament sacked their manager a day before the tournament started. Right? Roll on the next tournament. All of a sudden, they didn't have a fucking idea, or maybe we should give the players the vaccine just in case to protect our camp. They didn't do it because over in Spain, it's apparently, I come here and they say 30% of people have had vaccine in Spain. That's 3 in every 10 people who I should know. I know people of all age groups. 3 of every 10 people I know have had a vaccine. I do not know anybody who's had a vaccine. Absolutely anybody, right? I am telling you, right? And all of a sudden, the Spanish FA didn't have the idea of giving the players a vaccine. COVID is going through a Spanish fucking camp at the moment. It's like fucking, like an old people's home. Honest to God, Busquets has now got it. Llorente has now been given the all clear, and others, I think 1 or 2 others as well, has got it as well. I cannot believe just how fucking strict it is over here. I know it was strict over in Spain about 3-4 months ago, but maybe it's just me being under. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I landed in Cardiff. I could go on a public bus into Cardiff city centre, which was absolutely fucking packed. But yet I can't go to a local fucking post box to to fucking post my fucking my test in which I've had to have delivered to me.
I think Boris Johnson's done it. I think Boris Johnson's
from my parents, how the fuck?
Brownie,
If it wasn't from my parents,
I think Boris Johnson's done an amazing thing, banging you up for 10 days. To be honest with you,
yeah. But if it wasn't from my parents, right, and I come home to an empty house, I had no fucking. If I had no food or drink in a fridge or thing?
No, you're allowed to do that. No.
So how do I go for food?
Yeah, no. You can ring Tesco delivery and all that shit, can't you?
Ah, right, okay. So these fucking politicians have got shares in the likes of fucking Tesco or Amazon. It's a fucking rip-off. It's a fucking flu rebranded, I'm telling you.
We'll go that far.
Why are we going on to this from fucking talking about Spain? Fucking Rob's fucking influence, I'm telling you. Right. Andy Manchester comes in and says, "Yo, Brownie, Stephen Cole, not bad result for Wales today. A lot better than a loss, mate." Andy, I'll be honest with you, and I don't know if you guys would agree. Before the game, if you told me we'd have a point against Switzerland, I would have bit your hand off.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
They were lucky. Wales were lucky today, to be fair, I thought myself, but they dug in and dug out a result.
The thing is, we were 1-0 down and we came back and we got a point out of it.
Right?
Yeah. The way Wales historically don't do that. They just don't do that. Brownie, where have we been over the years watching Wales where we've been absolutely fucking garbage? Where have we been over the years, son?
But to be honest, we didn't go. When we went to watch Wales, we didn't go for the fucking football. Really, we went for the crack, didn't we? There's many a game I was like, fuck it. There's many a game I was like, fuck it. I'm staying in the bar with a Polish. I'm drinking the vodka. I'll catch you later, Mojo.
Yeah. I'm staying in a bar with Sky.
The thing is, I'm an Englishman who goes away with Wales now and again, right? And you go for the crack, right? Because the difference actually is, and it is true, when you go with English fans, they all see you as the enemy, the hooligan. There's going to be a riot in the pub, right? When you go with Wales, everybody loves you. Huh? Where are you from? Wales. And they've never heard of the place half the time. It's true though. The times I remember going to America with Wales, right? And where are you from? Wales. Where's that? But even in Europe, mate. Even in Europe, Denmark, I went in Denmark, Poland, Germany, and they actually love the Welsh, right? So the crack in the pub is fantastic, isn't it? They open up the doors of the pub, get them all in, take their money, no problem with this lot. Whereas you go with England, they put the grills on the windows, waiting for the bottles to go through. That's true. That's the truth of it. It's the truth of it. Like, go on.
I tell you what, we haven't discussed it at any point today because I didn't watch it because the overlap of the I'm knackered. I needed an hour. Steve, you watched it. Type of you probably watched it. Tell us about the Belgium-Russia game. What?
Belgium were class, mate. Simple. They were class. Clinical. Banged in a couple of goals. Job done. Game over, mate. Honestly, they are. But then we've seen this from Belgium before. They do all this at the start of the tournament, and then blow up, don't they?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna disagree. They were class tonight, right? They beat Russia. Russia, fucking rubbish, right? They're rubbish. I think, controversial statement, I think Belgium, as number one in the world, are overrated.
I can see your point there. So, because we're just
when it comes, that's the point though. They start these tournaments well, and I thought they'd done a job. They've done the job tonight. They've done exactly what if you were the manager of Belgium tonight, you would say, great job, 2-0 win, first game, job done. Yeah. But Belgium, when they come under pressure, yeah, then blow up. And later in the tournament, I think Belgium will go, well, they qualify. Probably quarter-final. Same old thing. I can't see him winning it.
It's very much similar to Italy, I think. Russia, unfortunately, I've been watching Russia over the last few months quite a lot for reasons beyond my control. Well, yeah, okay, with Sasha, right? But anyway, very much like, I don't think you can judge Italian defense because Turkey didn't give the Italian defense any problems. You can't judge the Chiellini's because, in my opinion, Chiellini is over the hill. A couple of the other Italian defenders over the hill. And the same, I would say, with like Jan Vertonghen and some of the Belgian defenders. I think they've had their day. And Russia were never going to be the team who would give that Belgian defense any problems. I think.
No, agree.
I think in that respect, I think it's just time to take a step back with both assuming Italy and Belgium are going to have a good tournament, because I can't really see them. I can't see their defense having any issues until at least the qualifying rounds.
How the fuck Belgium are #1 in the world is absolutely fucking beyond me. It's beyond me.
Rankings have always been bollocks, haven't they?
No, I know. And the fucking rankings, right? They get fucking points of fucking games and that kind of stuff, right? So I appreciate that situation, right? But how Belgium are #1 in the world ahead of France and Portugal is absolutely fucking
makes sense. It never makes sense, does it? It never makes sense. I didn't know Belgium were, to be honest with you, Rob, but I'd never put them #1, you know. Where's Lukaku playing these days, Brown?
I think Lukaku, right? I think he's a fucking quality player. He's an absolute fucking.
He's got a touch of a rapist, mind, doesn't he? If you watch his ball control, he's got the touch of a fucking rapist.
But he scores. He scores
yeah,
goals.
He's a big burly bloke.
Goals.
Yeah.
He's fucking incredible.
When he was at Everton. Sorry, Rob.
Oh, you we fucking go. When he was at Everton.
When he was at Everton. No. People used to accuse him, even though he scored all them goals at Everton. People used to accuse him of scoring goals, which, you know, if he won like 4-2 or 4-1 or something, he would get the third and the fourth goal. And he didn't really turn up against the bigger teams. People, Man United fans, were saying something very similar when he was playing for them. Didn't really turn up, but he's gone to Inter Milan and he's been a sensation.
Yeah.
Is that because of the standard of the league, maybe, or not?
I don't know.
Where's he playing now, Browner?
Inter Milan.
Oh, he's Inter Milan, is he?
But he scored a pile of fucking goals. And the thing is, the Italian side as well at the moment, it's like the starting lineup last night, there was like 3 or 4 players whose club teams were Sassuolo and stuff. It's fucking Mancini. Credit what he's done there. What Mancini has done with the Italian team is fucking unbelievable, right? It's fucking unbelievable.
They haven't lost for 28 games.
Yeah, he's got players there from Sassuolo and like club sides in Italy. What he's done there is fucking unbelievable. Who's the little fucking midget guy? The fucking little fucking 5'4" guy who scored last night. What's his fucking name? Little Alan. Little Alan from fucking Swansea Road.
Well, Immobile, wasn't it? Is it Immobile? Fucking hell, hang on. While I'm looking at his name, Annie Manchester says, apart from a few female stunners in the crowd, I bet if Sasha was here, I'd go fucking mad. And the Russians didn't really show up tonight. That's a problem with Russia.
No, it's not. It's not Immobile. It's the other little fucking midget cunt. Immobile, something like that. Steve,
Inzaghi.
Yeah, he's the shorty, yeah.
He's 5'4", mate. The little short, little fucking twat.
Don't know if we can see that actually. Yeah, Inzaghi. I would have said Inzaghi. Oh, I don't know.
Andy's right. See, Andy agrees with me. Lukaku's tough, like a rapist. But if he gets the ball to his feet, takes it to his feet, he's lethal.
Yeah. His turn and shot is good, and you can palm defenders off quite easily.
Yeah, he's got body strength. His power comes under the body. It's a bit like Michael. Antonio. Antonio's West Ham.
I did see his goal, that first goal. Mind a bit of suspicion of offside on that first goal, mind. Well, I did see that.
Yeah. He always reminds me. Antonio reminds me of it. West Ham. You never know what's going to happen, mate. Right? He gets the ball. Anything can happen, right? But he's beefy. He's beefy, brutal. Give it the old dig. Do you know what I mean? Can turn fast.
Yeah.
Got pace. That's the difference.
I hope Ericsson's all right tonight, though, because that situation was fucking awful and it was fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, Rob, anybody in life can have a heart attack anywhere, can't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can see it in Tesco's. You can go to Tesco's later on and see somebody go over in the aisle, can't you? But I think we were talking about earlier. You think 20 years ago, the physio would have had a bucket and a sponge to sort that out.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, we've got the medical teams, what they are, it's the same as us, mind, isn't it? If you take us walking around the streets 20 years ago, there's none of those, what they call them, planked on the walls. What do they call them with the old CPR thingies in them? But you see them everywhere now. You probably don't notice them. In Spain, we had them everywhere, Browner. What do they call them? Defibrillators. Well, in Spain, you wouldn't notice them, but they're everywhere, right? So if you go over in Tesco's or Mercadona, yeah, you just put it out, put the code in, and it's caught on over here as well. But you think about it, seriously, you think about it, right? Broken leg, heart attack, whatever. What did you have in the dugout? You had a bloke with a bucket, with freezing cold water, and a sponge to sort that out.
I know. I hope.
Crazy, really, isn't it?
Right, tomorrow's games. Let's just go through them quickly, man.
Football's coming home. It's coming home.
The first one, England, Croatia. Croatia, I actually forgot until earlier on that Croatia were actually in Wales's qualifying group for this tournament.
Were they any good?
I very slow in the back. I thought they were. I don't know about you, Rob. I know it's quite a way to think back now to most games, but I did think they were very slow in the back, especially that defender with a bloody ponytail. We were gassing him up on doing the World Cup, but when terrible rank. I don't know about you.
I agree totally. I agree totally, Browner boy. I think there's fuck all in Croatia. The region, they were good 3 years ago of the World Cup final, but there's nothing them now. So I think England are going to win 2 or 3-0 quite easily.
Vidra, that defender I was talking about. Vidra, and obviously Dejan Lovren is playing for them as well. Very slow in the back.
Yeah, they're fucking sluggish. They're sluggish in the back, and they're sluggish. So England gonna win. England
Score
gonna win.
prediction.
2-3-0 England, easy.
Steve?
1-0 England, mate.
I think it'll be closer, but but you know, that's just an opening game.
I honestly believe. Well, I don't know if Southgate knows what he's doing. Again, that's the problem. But and then you get the pressure as well, didn't you? I think England has scraped through 1-0 tomorrow. But England,
is it right? Is it right? There is a fact going on that England have never won the opening game. Did I hear that, or did I dream it?
No, I think you might be right, because I can't ever remember winning an opening game.
I'm trying to think of last World Cup now.
Last World Cup. No, they started off slow in the last World Cup, didn't they? To be fair, they were overrated. They got the semi-final.
No. They did win. They won some. They beat Costa Rica or something, weren't they?
Ecuador.
Can't remember.
Maybe the last World Cup was the first one.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Right, others. Then we go into group. I think we're going into Group C. Then we are, because for some reason tomorrow, Group D game is before the two Group C games. So Austria, North Macedonia.
What time's the England game?
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. I get up for
Austria, North Macedonia. Austria against North Macedonia.
Oh, not worth watching, is it?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Can you imagine me with some of Macedonian fucking players' names? Fuck's sake, man. Jesus Christ. I know. There you go. This man has scored number 11.
Go by the numbers, Brownie, on that one.
The other one, man. That's 5 o'clock. The other one then is Holland against Ukraine. I fancy Holland a little bit, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how good the Dutch are at the moment. It'd be interesting to look at to see.
I think it's up front they're going to struggle.
They haven't got much there, have they?
No, they've got Luke de Jong, who couldn't do fuck all at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Memphis Depay, who couldn't do fuck all Man United.
Yeah.
Quincy, who found his level now at Spartak Moscow. No one really. I don't know. What do you think? Ukraine are nowhere near what they used to be. So, what's your score prediction on that?
I think the Dutch will win it.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see if they're a force up there to challenge the likes of Italy and England and.
Because that is that's a weak group, you know. As who was it? I think it was Frankie who said. Frankie says Group F is ridiculous. France, Germany, Portugal, and Hungary, and yet you got this group in Group C. Is it? You got Austria, North Macedonia, Holland, and Ukraine.
Yeah, crazy.
Doesn't make sense.
Like Group F, but really, what Group F? France, Germany, and Portugal are all going to go through, aren't they? Right, Hungary are the ones who are going to miss out there. I'd have thought.
I watched that Portugal-Spain game the other day. Fucking hell, Portugal.
Friendly, no, mate. You can't judge it on friendlies. Can't judge it on friendlies.
Fucking, Brownie, I'm with you all the way, son. Portugal looking fucking strong.
They should never won it last year. Last time, let's be honest. Had Wales had a full squad available and not suspended, I still don't think it would have beaten Wales.
I agree. I totally agree. But their squad at the moment is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I agree. And not many people are mentioning them either.
Yeah. What? Okay.
Brownie, fuck off. Stop being a fucking cunt, today.
Right, last question, and we'll fuck off, and I will fuck off. Right, who are you fancying for outright winner, Rob?
I can't see beyond France, mate.
I know,
I can't
like
see
that,
beyond France.
but I want to see beyond it. You know, something tells me I want it to be a mutiny in a French camp so that it can be an interesting competition.
Yeah, it can all kick off there, can't it?
Yeah, you know.
We can all fall out in that camp.
Well, apparently they have. Apparently it's already been disagreement between Giroud and Mbappe. Giroud was questioned on French TV doing the last friendly.
Mm.
And the commentator said to Giroud, he said, why did you what's the reason of you having a quiet game? And Giroud turned around, the reason is because my teammates wouldn't pass to me. That's what he said. Then Mbappe have taken it personally, and apparently Didier Deschamps have gone in between them because it's already been heated words. The report was heated words.
That's good news.
Yeah. So I wonder. Okay. So if it did all kick off and France absolutely crumbled in a group, who else would you be looking at, Rob?
Portugal.
Yeah, really?
Portugal. Yeah.
Steve?
I think Italy. To be honest, they're very clinical. 3 great strikers they got up there. In that opening game, they took their shots, they scored. There was no missing, right? The typical Italian defence. If they're not going to win their ball, they hack you down. In Italian defence, there's nothing like their army, is it? Put it that way, right?
Well, I was going to say regarding fucking Spain, and I was going to say, well, if they sorted out their fucking striker problems, they could be all right. But it's not the fucking striker problems they got fucking problem with now. It's fucking COVID. If they sort out their COVID problems, they'll be all right.
We lived in Spain long enough, mate. We lived in Spain long enough to know how it works in Spain.
Fucking hell, man. The fucking national team is going to a fucking major tournament.
Yeah, man, a jab.
And they didn't give him a jab, for fuck's sake.
Apparently, some have been sent home tonight. I don't know what that. Hang on.
Well, I've heard it's the region. There's cliques already within the regions there anyway. So.
No, there's something tonight about. Where is it? Spain sends extra Euro 2020 squad home after COVID outbreak scare. What's that about?
That would have been.
It's in the Euro Weekly News. It's probably bollocks.
Fuck knows it. Nothing surprising me, mate. Nothing surprising me.
Oh, Spain has sent an extra 17 players to form an alternative squad after an outbreak of coronavirus threatened to affect the team at the European Championship. Yeah. 11 players from Spain's under-21 team and 6 players with previous experience within the national team are called upon by the coach. He's on the game following Captain Sergio Busquets testing positive for COVID on Sunday. The team was vaccinated yesterday.
Yeah.
Manana.
This is what the Spanish government done. They bought in a shed load of fucking Oxford vaccines, and then a fucking 2 days later, after receiving them, we're banning them now. We're banning them.
Yeah.
The
team was vaccinated yesterday after 3 consecutive days of negative tests for the entire squad. The extra players left Spain today, June the 12th. The 23 players on the Euro 2002 team formed an honour guard applauding those who had to leave.
I didn't realise as well. One of the games in Spain's group, I can't remember, it's been played like at it's either on playing at the 2 o'clock or the 4 o'clock schedule, and it's in Sevilla, right?
Be fucking boring.
You're talking June, July.
It's gonna
Nine civilians fucking go out in that fucking weather.
No, I've been them. I went to see the Scorpions up there.
It's
mate.
nearly 4. It averages
40
fucking
degrees.
40, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
It averages 40, 50 degrees, and they're expecting fucking players to play.
Yeah. What time's the kickoff?
Yeah, it's either I don't know what game it is. I don't think it's a Spanish game. I don't think Spain are playing, but it's one of the other teams in the group.
Yeah, but what time's the kickoff?
Either 2 or 4. But it's a reason why all the Spanish grounds now are having roofs around them, because supporters fucking collapse. Supporters collapse with heat exhaustion.
I went to Cordoba to see the Scorpions, right? We drove into Cordoba about 2:00 in the afternoon. It's 48 degrees. That's before we got on the bull ring to watch the gig, which was at 10:00 at night. And in the bull ring, because of all the people and whatever, it had to be 80 degrees, mate. I've never sweated. So I'll tell you, it felt like a piss.
I'm trying to find the game now.
Say again.
I'm trying to find which game it is.
Yeah. Well, it's just crazy playing a game there.
Yeah.
Unless it's 10:00 at night. You know yourself, Brownie, when we got the Malaga, the time kickoff was about 10:00, wasn't it? 9, 10:00.
Yeah, I know. I remember going to games over there, and it wouldn't bother people if the games finishing after midnight.
No. When I arranged to meet you to go and watch Mias, right? Free paella.
Oh, here we go.
Right, free paella, free bar. What an afternoon on a Sunday when Brownie didn't turn up.
Yeah, because I was getting pissed. Well, I was wrecked when I...
No. You're just a pussy, son. You're just a pussy. It was the night... We'd been in Fangarola the night before when you spilt your beer over me.
I tell you what, hey, Rob, you would love going to watch football in Gibraltar, I'm telling you. Like me for years ago, where you could watch it, have a pint out, you're inches away from a touchline.
Yeah,
Gibraltar's fucking great.
Oh, brilliant.
None of its rules of you can't have a bloody pint.
Yeah.
You can't have a pint fucking in sight of a game while you watch a game. And like other mainland Europe, they want to sell you alcoholic lager, will they, in the bars in Spain or France or Italy. Gibraltar's completely different.
What?
It's
The
proper
the legal age in Gibraltar to have a beer in a pub, 16, isn't it?
I do like watching football in Gibraltar. There's one ground in the Gibraltar National League is every Friday afternoon, and one game is after another. So potentially you can go in there like 2:00 in the afternoon, watch 8 games, and come out there fucking legless at 10:00.
Oh, brilliant!
Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Right, guys, definitely love you and leave you now. It's fucking
time to go. See
morning.
you later, Rob. Nice to meet you, mate.
Catch you later.
Say goodbye to Spit the dog.
See you later, guys. Yeah, guys in the
Right.
chat, thank you ever so much for joining. Much appreciated. Fucking another long stream, man. 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours earlier. But you know what? I've seen my fucking mate I haven't seen for fucking nearly... Well, I don't know. How long has it been, Rob?
it's a couple of years, huh?
Fucking couple of years, I know. Oh, fucking hell. I reckon it's got to be at least 8 years, I reckon. It's good to see you anyway, my friend. And good to see you anyway. Lucky bloke. Anyway, good to see you, Rob. And we'll definitely have a pint. I will go up here. May not be able to get on your table. May not be able to get on anyone's fucking table. But I do fancy having a look at when TalkSport is up there anyway, doing a Wales game. So I'll catch you then, yeah? All right, catch you later. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.